Hello, Reaction Squad. What's up? I know it's been a hot minute, been a few weeks, but fun, but no reaction videos. Have this one and I have a Goosebumps reaction coming up soon. Yeah, I guess I'll posting a Patreon updates and be posting a video here. I think it'll later tonight or maybe tomorrow, so I can get this tonight. I think get Goosebumps reaction sometime later on this week, and another reaction soon, and yeah. So a lot of stuff coming, and I know we're in Jorge reaction, I think, soon too. So yeah. Anyways, people, and game series and all that, film series, food series, and all that stuff. So yeah. Anyway, this time, Nexpo finally come back, and I was looking at my cool reaction channel, and I was trying to do Nexpo reaction. So it's all back in June of 2022. Well, I was like, I think I said about them, remember I didn't post a lot in 2023 for obvious reasons. So yeah. But finally back, the boys finally back. Don't know, I got a podcast now with I'm gonna link in the description of this video. You just gonna have to copy and paste the link. I'm gonna link both his YouTube channel and his link to his new podcast. Yeah, because his podcast is really cool. I haven't heard the episodes yet of the podcast because I've just seen the episodes he's on into videos on his YouTube channel. So yeah, but maybe I might do like a YouTube channel on my YouTube channel. Maybe listen to the episodes on a podcast with them. Just get that might get, I don't know, sound kind of white or something. I don't know. Any people don't get subscribe and it's about Darkest Audio on this show. It's a new series he's starting. So Darkest Audio. Every editing time has been on there because that audio is so freaking dark. Or it's almost have to do my every other time with focus. So if every editing time is on this, then that'll make no sense because that is dark audio. I try to think like what other dark audio there could be. I don't know, but I won't waste more time. Let's get straight into this. Let's go. Well, let me play this at normal speed. Alright, let's do this. That's a fuse. Yep. There we go. This is intro. It's cool opening spot.
There's something inherently eerie about an audio recording. The idea of listening in on a horrifying incident, a freak accident, a glance into someone's life that feels so close, yet so incredibly distant. Across the internet, there are countless disturbing happenings that have been recorded, media that we can readily view anytime we want. Yet tonight, I'd like to share with you 3 stories, none of which we can see.
Right here.
But of those we can't.
Right, here we go. Chapter 1. Let's see. Where are you? Okay.
It's a stormy night. August 24th, 2019.
Okay, so about 6 years ago.
A woman named Deborah Stevens is out delivering newspapers before the world begins to wake. It's loud and intensely dangerous.
Lightning.
As she's driving, her car suddenly begins to hydroplane. Yet instead of regaining control, the waters around her rapidly rise, sweeping her car off the road and pinning it against nearby trees. Realizing that she's in danger, she immediately calls her mother-in-law, panicking, pleading.
Is that y'all can hear the phone call she made to her mom?
She's informed to call the police.
Oh no, could be the police call. That makes more sense.
Help her out of this, right? And so she situates herself, dials 911, and explains to dispatch the following.
Alright, here we go. I don't know why I didn't think a disturbing 911 call being this, because of course he had faced multiple disturbing 911 calls on his disturbing things on the internet. With this, that's also a very if we're at any time, because he has type of if we're at any time for on this if we're around disturbing things on the internet series. So yeah. But I know nothing of a disturbing 911 call being in this. This is about the first thing that came to my mind, but nope, obviously didn't because I'm dumb. Wonder mostly it's gonna be 911, the disturbing 911 phone calls. They better not all be because that would be kind of dumb, I guess. I don't know.
911, where's your emergency?
I have an emergency, a severe emergency. I'm in a flooding. My car veered off the road while I was doing my newspapers, and I'm flooded over here on the end of Kincaid, and it's all the way up to my windows, and I can't get out, and I'm scared to death, ma'am.
Okay,
Can you please help me really
I
bad?
need you to calm down. I need you to tell me where you are.
I don't know, ma'am. I'm on the end of Kincaid down here by these apartments. There's some apartments on Kincaid. I don't know what they're called.
What color is your
Park
vehicle?
Avenue.
What color?
On the other side of Kincaid, at the very end of Kincaid.
Did you hear the crazy lady calm the freaked out? I can't even panic at all. Oh wait, so that's why it's called "Where Are You?" I just realized that. I was like, what does that mean? But the apartment were able to find her. Oh,
Street, there's some apartments, and I
Right.
thought
Do you have a dark blue car is what I'm asking you? What color is your vehicle?
Yeah, dark. It's gray SUV, lady. In the window.
there we go. That's helpful information. That's helpful information.
For me, don't hang up.
There you go.
Am I not on the phone with you trying to get you some help?
Yes,
Okay, so stop.
give me help before I die. I'm sorry.
You're not going to die. I don't know why you're freaking out. It's okay. I know the water level is
I'm
high.
scared.
I understand that, but you freaking out doing nothing but losing your oxygen.
True. Save your oxygen, please.
They're not gonna come get me.
You said what? I'm sorry?
When are they gonna be here?
As soon as they get there.
Or how long is that gonna be before I die?
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what?
As Deborah pleads for her life, it starts to become evident that the operator, a woman named Donna Renault, is becoming a bit annoyed with her demeanor. As we know, this is the absolute worst time, the worst line of work even, to let emotion cloud your judgment.
Yeah, true.
Deborah needs help. So where in the world is it?
Ma'am, it's getting all the way up to my chest, and
I know the water's up to your chest. Just stay on the phone with me, and I have an officer and the fire department coming out to you. So just hold on, okay?
Thank you. I'm sorry if I'm rude, but I'm
You're not
scared.
being rude. I know you're scared. Just calm.
What is the fire department gonna do? I'm confused by that part.
down for me.
I'm scared. I've never had anything like this happen to me before.
Well, this will teach you next time. Don't drive in the water.
What's it like so mean?
I'm sorry.
Oh my
I don't
gosh!
see how you didn't see it. You had to go right over it. So
Oh my
No,
gosh!
ma'am, I was in a parking lot. There was no water where I was at.
okay.
And when I got to the end of the parking lot, I was looking for the road to get out into the main road. When I got to the main road, it was too late. There was water, and I couldn't see it fast enough.
The water just didn't appear.
Okay, pausing it again.
As this call continues, it's evident that Renault isn't taking her seriously.
Of
A
course.
woman trapped and unable to escape her vehicle is reportedly only equivalent to the priority of a stalled vehicle. It's only midway through this call when it's finally escalated. But even then, crucial minutes have already bled by.
Oh no.
Deborah Stevens, as we know, is running out of time.
This isn't good.
Ma'am, please.
Hold on for me. Hold on. Ladder 2.
Oh, my God.
It's
Okay, I know. Listen to me. They are in the area. They are trying to find you. They cannot find you right now. I'm trying to ping where you are, so do not hang up because this 911 call is helping me ping your location. So don't hang up on me. Okay, where are you moving to? Tell me where it's going.
Well,
Okay, tell me where you are. Listen to me. Hold on.
Okay. Okay, Nexpo. That first one was
Deborah Stevens,
insane.
following this call, wouldn't make it out alive.
Oh my god.
And her vehicle, a tomb, swept away in one of the most heartbreaking freak accidents that I have ever
That I probably
listened
need to be
to.
fired. I hope that way
About
got
10
fired.
minutes after this call ended, rescuers were finally able to make their way to her.
Finally.
However, by then, it was far too late. As it turned out, she had drowned inside, and a mother, a daughter, a friend who was simply out delivering newspapers to the public had undeservingly
Yeah, that
lost
way
her
that got
life.
fired, like 100%. Man, the first one was insane though. 10 out of 10 on the first one. Alright, what's next? I ran out of time.
Next tonight, the 911 outrage. A dispatcher on
Oh,
her
no.
final shift.
I thought that was
Taking a
it.
call from a woman stranded in her car as floodwaters rise. She panics, but it's what the
In the following months, it was found that Donna Renault was coincidentally working her final shift after having submitted her 2 weeks' notice 13 days prior.
Oh.
To call it like it is, she displayed a remarkable lack of compassion towards someone in such a dire situation, constantly scolding and belittling Deborah in the final moments of her life. Never once did she render any sort of legitimate advice to keep her from panicking. A
True.
massive mistake, especially considering that she was dying.
The backside of these apartments over here, where these people are at, they can all see me. They're all standing out there watching.
Miss Debbie, you're gonna have to shut up, okay? I need you to
I'm
listen.
sorry.
Listen to me.
Well, she already said that. Yes, that got fired. Because he quit, I think right after that.
Surprisingly, after an internal investigation, it was found that no policies were broken. No criminal action had taken place.
How?
None of what Donna Renault had done or said had violated anything. In
How?
essence, she had gotten off scot-free.
Oh my
And
gosh.
in her wake, a
You don't
family
like walls.
devastated and shattered by an accident that never should have happened. Much like with Loretta Pickard, the Deborah Stevens tragedy is equal parts heartbreaking and frustrating. Both were, even if in part, victims of external circumstance. Both were helpless, as they were slowly
That's
consumed
the
by the
love that goes
predicaments
on top
around them.
on some of the things from internet
Both of them should
series.
still be here today,
Yep, see, line
yet
14.
they aren't.
Alright. What's the second one?
We'll return after these
Oh.
messages.
Sponsor? No, I think that's a sponsor.
Alright guys, before we continue, I'd like to talk about tonight's video sponsor,
Knew it.
Factor.
I'm,
Alright, so
no,
I
it says
won't
I'm
lie,
like
I'm a
Nexpo.
pretty
I'm
big
gonna
Uber Eats
let
guy.
this sponsor
When I'm
play
caught up with
outside.
work and don't have the time to make the meals that I should, I always resort to that app. That dreaded app
Oh, Uber Eats, of course.
calling my name. But it's okay, because I've recently found a much more convenient and much more affordable option with Factor. Factor is a food delivery service that offers chef-crafted and never-frozen meals that are ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Instead of making constant trips to the grocery store or overpaying on delivery apps, Factor ensures that you're able to get restaurant-quality meals delivered straight to your door. My favorite part about Factor is how easily their meals can be prepped. All it takes is 2 minutes in the microwave, and bam, dinner's ready. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code 50NEXPO to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. Once again, that's code 50NEXPO at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Thank you so much to Factor for sponsoring tonight's video. Now let's get back to it.
Yep. Chapter 2, which is Little Player. Huh. Little Player. I know what that could be up now because I may say with like tools because I'm in tools related, but
in New York. This is Live at 5 with
Little Player, that's and Aretha Franklin song, isn't it? I think it is. And maybe it has something to do with like a disturbing song. Because I was just talking about something I found at a time, but Sailor Player, say that's a what song is that? That's the Dionne Warwick song. Then got copied with the Franklin, so I tried with the Franklin. Maybe it's I'm gonna take because I want to guess what it's talking about. Maybe it's about like maybe a Wizard Franklin's or no, Dionne Warwick's still alive, so it would have to be a Wizard Franklin's like that. Maybe she recorded her last moments alive, or maybe or something. I don't know, man. But I was gonna think of a choice. Because we already last time, man, like we are like big fun location of the women. That's all I can think of. Either it was like a moment fun and moments alive, or something choice related. That's all I have.
The year is 1986, and on WNBC New York, a reporter named Jane Dornacker is giving her daily traffic report. Once a musician and an actress, she had found her home here in her late 30s, enthusiastically providing updates about accidents, traffic jams, what have you, to the affiliated Joey Reynolds radio show. For her, the news media was a job secure and consistent.
So I wasn't close at all.
What could possibly, if ever, go wrong?
The exclusive AccuWeather forecast for our area overnight, mostly clear and cool.
At 4:44 in the afternoon on October 22nd, 1986,
it is a long time ago.
An Instrom F-28F helicopter, operated by a company called Spectrum, takes off for their daily WNBC traffic analysis. On board was 39-year-old Jane Dornacker, joined by a 30-year-old captain, Bill Pate.
This is a
The
flight class,
so
isn't
many
it?
others, was meant to be unremarkable. However, what neither of them knew was that a maintenance engineer had installed the wrong clutch to it.
Of
A
course.
severe oversight that has the potential to cause a complete loss of power to the aircraft's rotor blades. Nevertheless, the engineer was highly experienced. The helicopter appeared ready to go. However, over the next 2 minutes after takeoff, something would go horribly wrong.
Let's hear this audio.
Okay, here's Jane Dornacker now on the helicopter.
Thank you very much, Joy. There was indeed an accident southbound on the Major Deegan at the Marshallou Parkway.
Well, this means was on the helicopter.
A tractor trailer and a car. It has been pushed off to the shoulder, but now watch out there now because another flatbed truck is going to have to come to clear it, so yield right of way. Northbound on the BQE, we spotted that disabled vehicle in the right-hand lane before the car.
Yep, I can hear the helicopter in the background.
But further northbound there on the BQE, traffic is very heavy past the Cops Kiosk, go all the way over to the LIE. The outbound Holland Tunnel, extra heavy for you right now. Earlier there was a car fire at Hudson.
Please take a long time to happen.
Been cleared about
I'll be patient.
heading to New Jersey. The outbound Lincoln Tunnel looks a lot better for you in New Jersey.
There we go.
Get the water! Get the water! Get the water!
Yeah, I think that was helicopter crashing.
At this moment, the helicopter had struck the chain link fence of a nearby pier after rapidly nosediving and had crashed into the Hudson River.
At least it had water.
And completely confused, Joey Reynolds continues in hopes of quelling panic.
Okay, we're going to play some music here, I think. Find out what's going on with the helicopter. There's something happened there. It's 5:15, 16 till 5 on WNBC on the Joey Reynolds Show. We're taking an helicopter report from Jane Dornacker. Let's check in and see how they're doing there. And we'll come right back at you.
Let's bring up on Toby.
Nothing happened with Jane. We had a helicopter report from the helicopter. Of course, you know, once before we had this happen. A few months ago, she went down in the drink. Yeah. Not she. I mean, she has a pilot. But this time she said, hit the water, something like that.
Yes,
so we're going to find out what's going on there, so stay tuned. We hope nothing... Say a little prayer. Hope nothing's wrong.
Lily, that's what the freaking title of this chapter meant? Okay. Enough got that.
Airlines Hawaii, 8 days, 7 nights for only $559.
We'll take you back downstairs to Jerry, and we will stay up here and have reports for you as we can bring them to you. Jerry?
It's McDonald's.
That's what we're looking at one day, McDonald's.
Cargoes of food and medicine have been flown to famine-stricken southern Sudan. The first flights...
Good evening. The Mets even the World Series. Will have team coverage of their incredible comeback in Boston.
But first, we have a grim development
There we
in tragedy
go.
that struck us here at NBC today. A tragedy heard by millions. WNBC traffic reporter Jane Dornacker has been pronounced dead. Her pilot...
Well, okay. Who saw that coming?
For 15 minutes, the aircraft sat submerged in 20 feet of water, and the occupants inside, helpless as they struggled to comprehend the reality that they found themselves thrown in.
Of course.
Through no fault of their own, the aircraft's sprag clutch had failed, causing the rotor blades to completely seize up and leaving them with no other option but to plunge downward, down to the depths below. The pilot, Bill Pate, was severely injured from this accident.
Obviously.
However, Jane Dornacker wasn't quite so lucky. The strangest part about this entire situation is that this wasn't even Dornacker's first encounter inside of a falling aircraft, as only 6 months prior, a helicopter that she was on board, again, had fallen from the sky. Following her death, Joey Reynolds and the entire staff at WNBC were in complete shock. However, none of it compared to the loss that was experienced by Dornacker's 16-year-old daughter, Naomi. Just 3 months prior, she had lost her father, and out of nowhere, now had to contend with the loss of the only other parent in her life. An unimaginable heartbreak, especially for someone at such a young age.
Yep.
In the end, Naomi was given a $325,000 settlement from a wrongful death lawsuit with Spectrum Helicopters, a sum equal to nearly $1 million today. But even still, her life was completely shattered. She had lost everyone she loved, and she ultimately became an orphan through no fault of her own.
Helicopters, man.
This incident all around
This is why I don't like going on airplanes.
Heartbreaking cases that I have ever researched, and I can't even begin to imagine the horror that Jane felt in her final moments. All it took was one single maintenance mistake to flip an entire family's life upside down, and I truly hope that today, Naomi is at least doing okay.
Yep. Alright, there's one more left. Let me see if I can guess what this one's about. Oh, so I can't. Oh, boop. See, it is. I've waited out of time to. I said, hope. Come on. We're not ready. We don't have radio one? So, I guess 2 radio ones, huh?
It's June.
Let me tell you before, there was some creepy, like, radio, like, things happen. Of course, there was the, creepy radio man. That Goose Boots made 2 videos about, and then that other one with that one. Yeah, there's some creepy audio, radio, ones, so yeah. It's about the election. Yeah, it's about the 2016 election. Ew.
Takes over the internet. And over on YouTube, a user named Sir Daniel Fortesque uploads a video depicting a strange, eerie radio broadcast. His recording is only 1.5 minutes in length. However, in the description, he provides us with some context. My name is Cody E., and I'm a swing shift security guard at a bank management building located in Utah.
I've heard this one.
Inside the security office is an old AM/FM radio that belongs to my supervisor, who listens to talk shows during his daytime shift. On June 16th, 2016, I was killing time before I got off work and began to play with the old radio. It was set to AM stations, and while turning the knob, scanning through stations, I came across a very creepy
I was thinking Whoopi that
After listening to it for about 1.5 minutes, I quickly grabbed my cell phone and began to record the audio. I could hear 2 voices during the broadcast. The first and most often heard is of a woman crying, in to me what sounds like fear or agony.
No, it's
While
not.
the woman's crying and speaking, you can hear faint words spoken from another woman or girl who sounds younger. I wrote down what I believe I hear the voices say in the recording, but if you hear something different or can make sense of audio I couldn't understand, feel free to leave it in the comments and tell me what you think of it. I don't post videos to YouTube normally, and I don't focus this channel on anything specific. I simply recorded this video from an experience I had at work and was asked by my friend to post the recording here. Thank you.
Let's hear this.
The following is the OP's recording. It is! It's Goose Boots! Oh my gosh! I knew it! I was like, wait, this is familiar. That's Goose Boots. It is freaking Goose Boots! Freaking knew it. This is the reason why I'm missing Goose Boots with the video. It is Goose Boots. Because, basically the story is on with Goose Boots that, I know Donna sent him an email linking to this video, and she also posted, this on other websites, so I'm saying it to Goose Boots. And Goose Boots never figured out what it was, but let's find able to find the original source. Goose Boots, you make an update to this now. I know they have your other video come out like tomorrow or later this week, maybe next week. But that's what you're doing. Nexpo found the video you've been looking for I think like 3 years. Finally! So this is the video that Donna was talking about. That's Goose Boots.
Alright, full scale.
It's not like it comes from a movie. Let's go to the crying wedding man incident. It turned out that that it was talking about this hot attack at the radio, and the playing the movie was like could be the same. It's like hey, it was about this hot attack like a radio or something, and decided to play a clip from the movie. Which I think it most likely is because that was just a crying radio man incident. I don't trust anybody anymore with radios because you can use your hot attack radio stations with a radio. I think. Finger so thing I don't remember what it's called, but good to talk about it in his first crying radio man video he made. But so I think this is definitely like from a clip from I think it's definitely from a movie, but that's what I'm trying to say. So yep, I don't know what movie. Did you ever born this one? Oh, no, that's just natural.
Brady.
Alright, that's what it ends.
This broadcast, as we could hear, initially sounds like some sort of voicemail. A woman cries, pleads, begs for mercy. Yet throughout the entire recording, we never hear a response from whoever she's supposedly talking to. What is she crying about? Who is she? And what in the world is going on?
I think this is part of a movie.
Looking up specific words from the broadcast turns up nothing. A recording of a movie or TV show? A nearly impossible dead end. This audio just exists, cast out into the
I was
endless
over.
void of the
It's supposed to live
internet
back
for
since
all
I was
of us to chew
16.
on
Been 9
and to
years.
become
What
intensely
about?
creeped out by.
Yeah, it today's been 9 years. Huh.
5 years ago, we dove into the bizarre mystery of Portland's 96.7 FM
Yeah, remember
and the
that
strange
video he made.
broadcasts that were emanating from it for over a year. Throughout my video, we narrowed the culprit down to a nonprofit called the
Yep.
Community Alliance of Tenants, whom, as expected, denied any involvement with it.
It's really a public
While
fault.
that's
That's
so,
it.
in that case, we were at least given a call sign, something to chew on
Oh,
to
yeah,
take the
true.
investigation deeper. Yet here, nothing. All we have is an eerie voice muddled in static, and a general location far too broad to narrow
Utah.
down. Given the nature of shortwave radio stations and how anyone can broadcast anything on them given the proper equipment, I do believe that this has the potential to be someone messing around.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
then again, what if it isn't? I'm curious if any of you remember anything like this taking place around Utah in 2016. I have a funny feeling that someone out there has some sort of recording related to this, and this is precisely where I need your help. What truly is the context here? What in the world is she pleading for? And most importantly, who exactly is the woman on the radio?
I was trying to figure it out. But this previous evening, it's found out it was a video. There we go. Another.
Audio. A medium so intimate, so familiar, so intensely unsettling. A frontier where we as onlookers can allow our minds to wander,
Okay, so I just
filling in the
take a
gaps of
theory.
lost information with always the worst case scenario. Tonight, you and I dove into 3 cases of the darkest audio on the internet. I hope you all enjoyed this. This was different, I know. But if you have any other suggestions for cases that would fit this mold, feel free to send them over to dtfaisubmissions@gmail.com.
This is over
Once
on the
again,
internet.
that's
Email.
dtfaisubmissions@gmail.com. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you soon.
This video will
I
probably
love
be
you
up
all.
on one of his podcasts.
And good night.
Video. Yeah. I hope it comes out to someone safe on the internet saying I said posted. I said done that someone same for himself. I was thinking well over a year, so yeah, I hope it comes out to that soon. And his whole media series and yeah, because he's just been topping around doing like random things. Because in the video he posted Poppy and another one of his podcasts onto a video. So yeah, but I'm still gonna react to it, and I'm will link the link to his podcast description. But let me see, when was his last? Yeah, that's well over a year ago. So yeah, but I don't know what videos we're going on next. I know it's on his Patreon or anything, but the next video will probably be about like late July, maybe early August. So yeah, give me a long time before another that's what that's. But can I have good videos that's coming soon? And I blame a whole way that's coming soon. So it's film series, food series, game series, and so other stuff. So stay tuned, subscribe, go subscribe to Nexpo, and go check out the Nexpo podcast. That's both channel link and his link to his podcast. It'll be both in the description below. Alright, that's it. Good day, and I'll see you soon. Deuces.